Elsa Bloodstone didn't wake up and decide to be brave. She inherited a war. Her father dies, and the world he kept sealed away cracked open fast. A home full of relics, people who already know the Bloodstone name, and the kind of truth that changes your life in a single breath. Monsters are real, and this family has already been fighting them for a long time. Today we're breaking down how Elsa gets pulled into the Bloodstone legacy, what that inheritance demands of her, and the moment she finally chooses what she's going to do with it. Welcome back, Panelheads. This is our Get to Know Antihero Edition. Elsa's story doesn't begin with the reputation. It begins with the inheritance. Before the confidence. Before the one-liners. Before she ever feels like a warning sign. Elsa's story starts with a death and a doorway. Eustace Bloodstone is gone, and what he leaves behind isn't closure. He leaves Elsa and her mother a home packed with the leftovers of a hidden life. Relics, unfinished business, and enemies that don't care she's new to the truth. Elsa is offered the Bloodstone Choker tied to the blood gem shard that powered Eustace, and once it bonds with her, it isn't just power. It's a line drawn through her life. She can endure more, fight harder, survive longer, and now she's part of the war she didn't volunteer for. Later, as she becomes a wider world presence, the visual identity most fans recognize takes over. Sharper silhouette, bolder attitude, and the red-haired hunter energy reads like a warning label to her enemies. By the time New Wave enters the picture, Elsa isn't framed like the heir anymore. She's introduced as the monster hunting professional, not the newcomer. Already dangerous, already sharp. In Monsters Unleashed, Elsa gets pulled into a full-scale monster crisis, and instead of reacting like it's the end of the world, she treats it like a mission with bigger stakes. She plays a key role in helping Kei Kawade understand his powers and what they are doing. It's one of the clearest examples of Elsa operating as a field guide in chaos. Practical, decisive, and built for the moment the impossible becomes the problem. And she moves like it's routine. Because, for her, it is. Elsa isn't scary because she's flashy. She's scary because she's prepared. The Bloodstone Choker enhances what matters in the kinds of fights she's in. Strength, speed, endurance, and the kind of resilience that lets her stay on her feet when a normal person would already be done. But the real edge is how she thinks. Elsa fights like a hunter, not a showboat. She treats threats like they're real before anyone else finishes arguing about whether they're real. She brings the right tools because she's lived long enough to know the wrong tool gets you buried. Elsa appears in the live-action Werewolf by Night, portrayed by Laura Donnelly. She's framed with sarcasm as armor, competence under pressure, and a calm that only makes sense if you lived your whole life knowing monsters are real. In games, Elsa tends to show up the way she reads on the page. The send her in energy. She doesn't feel like a mascot. She feels like a solution. That's exactly how she fits in the team action chaos like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Dark Order, where she belongs in the rotation the second monsters hit the screen. From the daughter standing in the shadow of someone else's war, to the red-headed warning sign the knight doesn't ignore. Elsa Bloodstone is the proof that legacy can be a curse, until you decide it's a weapon pointed the right way. So Panelheads, which Elsa do you ride with? Elsa's Bloodstone origin era? Her New Wave team run? Or her Blood Hunter's damage control? Drop your comments down below and let us know your version of Elsa Bloodstone. And if I brought up a detail you didn't know, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with another comic book fan. Let's keep building this Panelhead community together. Other than that, Panelheads, we will see you again when we cover another one of our favorite comic book anti-heroes from over the years.